Chapter 4. Walk, don't drive. The next morning, I heard my mom yelling at me from downstairs. "Freddy, you need to get a move on. Remember, you're walking to school today." Oh no, I had almost forgotten. I jumped out of bed, threw on my clothes, and ran into the bathroom. I accidentally bumped into my sister Susie, who was brushing her teeth. Her toothbrush flew out of her hand and landed in the toilet. That's gross. "Now look what you did, you little pain," said Susie. "Why don't you watch where you're going?" "Sorry," I said. "I'll get it for you." I reached into the toilet and pulled out her toothbrush. "Here you go." "Are you kidding me?" "I'm not going to use that toothbrush ever again. That's disgusting. And I can't believe you stuck your hand in the toilet. Wait until I tell Mom." "You wouldn't do that," I said. "Oh, really? Watch me. She'll flip out. You know what a neat freak she is. Please don't tell her." "What's it worth to you? How about I let you control the remote for the television for the next 2 nights?" "2 nights? Make it a week and we have a deal," she said, holding up her pinky for a pinky swear. "A week? That's not fair." "Then I'll tell Mom as soon as we get downstairs." "Fine," I said, "a week." I reached for Susie's pinky, but she pulled it back. "Now what? No pinky swear until you wash that hand you stuck in the toilet." I washed my hands, and then we locked pinkies. "Now go get me another toothbrush," Susie demanded. I tossed her toothbrush into the trash can and got a new one. "Here you go," I said, handing her the clean toothbrush. She started brushing her teeth again. "You shouldn't leave the water running when you're brushing your teeth," I said. "What?" said Susie. "You shouldn't leave the faucet running. It takes a lot of water. You should turn it off while you're brushing." "What are you now, the water police?" "No, I'm learning about things kids can do to help the planet. Miss Whooshy gave us an Earth Day challenge list, and that was number 3. If I do all the things on the list by Friday, then I get to be a member of the green team." "That sounds kind of cool," said Susie as she turned off the water. "It is. That's also why I'm walking to school today. That's number 6 on the list. Walking means fewer cars and less pollution in the air." "Freddy," called my mom, "if you don't come downstairs right this instant, then you're going to have to take the bus." I couldn't take the bus. If I did, then I wouldn't be able to cross number 6 off the list. "Coming, Mom," I yelled. Susie followed me out of the bathroom. I stopped, turned to her, and said, I think you forgot something." "Now what, Mr. Green Jeans?" "You forgot to turn off the light. You should always turn off the light when you leave a room. You want to be a power saver, not a power waster." Susie went back into the bathroom and turned off the light. "Thanks for taking care of the planet," I said, smiling. That was one more thing I could check off the challenge list. I bounded down the stairs and into the kitchen. "What took you so long, and what were you and Susie arguing about?" my mom asked. "Nothing," I said. "I was just reminding her to turn off the faucet when she brushes her teeth. You know, you and Dad should do that too. You can save a lot of water that way." "I'll try to remember to do that tonight," said my dad, looking up from his paper. I looked up at the clock. "Robbie is going to be here any minute. I better take my bagel to go, Mom." "I'll just eat it while I'm walking." The doorbell rang. "There's Robbie now." I grabbed my bagel and my shark backpack and ran to the front door. "Ready, Freddy?" asked Robbie. "Yep," I said with a mouthful of bagel. A few pieces of food flew out of my mouth. "Ew, gross," said Robbie. "Say it, don't spray it," he said, laughing. I smiled and nodded. We started to walk down the street. "I think I actually like walking better than riding the bus," Robbie said. "Yeah," I said. "We don't have to listen to Max or Chloe." Just then we heard a familiar voice. "Hey, hey, watch out, suckers," yelled Max as he sped by on his bicycle. "He's the one who should watch out," said Robbie. "Yeah," I said. "He almost ran us over." "See you losers at school," Max called over his shoulder. Just then Jesse stepped out in front of Max's bike and he had to slam on the brakes. She took hold of his handlebars and said, "Hey, loser, why don't you slow down and watch where you're going? You almost ran over my friends." "Let go of my bike," said Max. "I'll let go as soon as you say you're sorry." "Sorry," Max mumbled. "What was that? I couldn't hear you." "Sorry," Max yelled. "That's better," said Jessie. She let go of his handlebars. "Run along now," she said. Max took off like a speeding bullet. Jessie was so brave. She was the only one who would stand up to Max, the biggest bully in the whole first grade. Thanks, Jessie, I said. No problem. He thinks he's so tough, Jessie said. But he's really just a big baby. We all laughed. We'd better start running if we're going to make it to school in time for the first bell, said Robbie. Let's race, said Jessie. On your mark, get set, go. I ran as fast as I could. I thought my heart was going to pop out of my chest, but Jessie still beat us both. You are amazing, I said to Jessie, giving her a high five. Thanks, she said, and smiled.